Today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick tip and one of my favorite maintenance hacks. One of the reasons I like this hack so much is because anyone can use it. An investor, a home buyer, or even a homeowner. If you're an investor and you're walking through a property, two of the things that you're most concerned with is the roof and the air conditioning, or generally your two biggest expenses. You can look at the outside units, manufacturing label, or the inside unit and try to determine the age of the AC, but that only tells you half of the story. I've seen 15-year-old units outperform 5 or 7-year-old units simply because they were maintained better. So what we're trying to determine here is how well this AC was maintained. Now there's a lot of different configurations for air conditionings. The one that you see behind me, this entire full-size door opens into the AC closet and it's dedicated to just the AC. That vent that you see up there, that's the return. The AC pulls the air in through that vent and into the AC closet. Now sometimes you'll see the door with a vent in the door itself, that's fine. Sometimes you'll see a half door, so it's not a full-size door, and underneath the half door is a vent. That also works fine. There's another configuration where maybe the unit is in the garage, but you'll see an AC vent in the hallway or something like that. That also will work. The only way it's not gonna work is if it's in the attic. But what we're trying to do is get a shot of the AC unit from down below. And usually that AC return is not too far from the unit itself. One time I was helping a customer buy a brand new construction home. Now we wouldn't have thought that a home that was only a month old would have anything wrong with the AC, but I went ahead and took a picture of the coils and we discovered that they were covered with this terracotta dust. What happened was the AC was put on very early in the project. And when the guys were putting in the tile floors, they had the AC running and the tile saw just outside that return vent. So the AC was sucking in all of that tile dust and there was no filter in. So all of that tile dust was now stuck to the inside of the AC. Luckily, the home builder put in a new unit for my folks and they moved in with a brand new AC as they should have. This is also a great tip for landlords. If you do this before your tenants move in and then do it again on the way out, you'll be able to get an indication as to whether or not they've been changing their filter every single month like they were supposed to. Even better, if you walk through the unit 3, 4, 5 months after they've been living there, if you're there for another reason, go over and take a picture of those coils, nip the problem in the bud before it gets worse. If you discover that those AC coils are dirty, because usually the filter is magically brand new every time you walk through the unit. But if you take a picture of those coils and you see that those coils are dirty, then they haven't been changing that filter, or worse, they took the filter out and haven't put a new one in yet. Now let's take a closer look at this particular unit. So the configuration of this unit creates a dedicated closet just for the AC. Now, like I said, we will have to remove the filter on this unit because what we're trying to do is get a picture of the coils which are located inside this box. So we'll take our cell phone camera. What I did is I set it to 0.5, so as wide of an angle as I can, set the flash to on and put a 3-second timer. And all I'm trying to do here is put the phone right in the middle of this box. Wait my 3 seconds. There we go. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Now that I have my picture, I can get a better idea of how this unit was maintained. Remember, your air conditioning in a home is not like the air conditioning in your car. When you're in your car, if it's 70 degrees and you want your AC to come down to 60, all you do is push the button and reduce the temperature, and the air that comes out is now colder. It's not how it works in one of these home air conditioning units. The way they work is the air blows out at the same temperature always, no matter what you have it set at. But if your home is at 70 and you want the temperature to get to 60, the air just has to blow out longer in order to bring that temperature down. The way the air is cooled is like I showed you that vent up there. The air is pulled into the unit, it goes up inside the unit through the filter, and then it hits those cold metal coils. The air is cooled down, blows out cooler. Once it reaches the appropriate temperature, then the AC shuts off. As you can imagine, if those coils are covered in dog hair, cat hair, dirt, dust, it's gonna take a long time for the air to cool versus hitting cold metal. So you can see that a unit that's dirty would take hours longer than a unit that is clean to cool the air. And that's why a unit's life expectancy can be dramatically reduced by not keeping the filter changed and the coils clean. Here are just a few pictures of what you might expect when you take a picture of your evaporator coil from the return. As you can see, this is a very clean coil and probably a fairly new unit. This one is a bit dusty. There's actually a little spot you can see there that's a little cleaner than the rest of it. And this one, this is a unit that's frozen over. If you ever encounter this situation, you'll likely need to call an AC person out to address it. And if you do call an AC guy out to clean your unit, he'll probably remove it from the inside, take it outside, and clean it, as you can see here. As you can see, this would be a great tip for a homeowner if you ever wanted to just check your coils periodically and see if they needed to be cleaned. Then the steps that I just went through on this video would be an easy way to do it. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like. And then always, I hope that you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.